episode 8 of Food Wars. It's not too bad. I'm not. It seems like the main character is just like a badass in this school, and he's just like trampling over everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really much of a challenge. Like the only challenge for him is thinking of how to create a newer, better dish than what they already had. So, and it's someone like me who doesn't cook good enough or that often enough, not really gonna relate. So it's kind of in the same field as the fishing anime, considering how I don't really fish, so I can't really relate to the anime.
Mm. Black Butler, man. I watched the hell out of that shit because of the cooking. The cooking got me. Even though there was only like 5 episodes where they're actually cooking, but you know, that's what got me hooked.
See if they have any new postings. Cool. Top 10. No, nobody cares. Oh, scariest horror anime. Let's see if that's an interesting rating.
Gotta be that vampire one.
Which one?
The one where the people turn on the vampires. It wasn't scary, but it was gory.
Shiki?
Shiki, yeah.
Yeah, they have that as one of them, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was hot.
I don't have a lot. Let me run down. There's only this one's When They Cry. I haven't heard of that one.
I have that.
You good?
I never seen it. It's in my queue of things I need to watch.
Another.
It has kids in it, so that's probably why it's creepy, because there's little kids.
Another, which I thought was good.
That one was pretty good.
Corpse Party, which I haven't heard of.
Never heard of it.
Hellsing. I don't know if that's actually scary.
It's gruesome. It's not scary.
Tokyo Ghoul. I'm not sure if that's scary. Definitely gruesome.
I still need to watch it.
Elfen Lied.
Elfen Lied's not scary. It's pretty stupid.
Parasite. I think more gruesome again. I don't think it's scary.
They've got the first couple episodes in English.
Parasite, yeah, that's one of the ones you need to watch. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Dylan's seen it too.
Yeah.
When They Cry. I don't.
That's the one you just said. That one.
I said it twice. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why'd they have it on here twice? No, is it 2 different ones? Umi? Yeah, there's 2 different ones. It must be 2 different seasons or something.
Oh, okay.
Ghost Stories.
I've seen that one. Didn't I tell you to watch it?
It's possible. I don't have it.
It's like Mushishi in that every episode isn't related to the previous episode. It's just different. It's independent events, and it's about a guy. He's like a young kid. He has like his own company. He's like an entrepreneur. He basically investigates the paranormal and tries to make sense out of it, like rational sense.
Right.
Most of the time he does. For the most part he does. You know. But I really liked it. I would actually watch it again. I like this type of. It's a mystery anime.
The last one they have here is Mononoke.
I think I've seen it.
It looks pretty old, so you might have seen it.
Yeah. You know, I'm all
Say
about that.
the reason you love it if you're fond of vintage horror, spirits, combats,
Yeah.
exorcism, demon, supernatural, fantasy, and mystery.
Yeah. You know, I'm like that vintage anime expert, man.
I think that's the only one that says vintage on these.
Well, Ghost Stories is pretty old. It's from like the 90s, I want to say, or maybe early 2000s.
Dude, When They Cry, dude, these kids look really young. They look like
they're
5-year-olds.
kids. Yeah.
That's probably why I got turned away from this anime.
Yeah, I generally try to watch anime with older people, like late teens, young adults, older adults.
Yeah.
I can't do the kids thing, man. I don't know.
You can't relate to the kids.
Yeah,
but...
and you know they act. Obviously, they're childish because they're kids, and that shit annoys me. So, also I like how there's nobody playing New Game Plus Plus.
You have a new quest.
All right. So
Level 82 stuff.
Yep.
Jesus.
it's gonna be disgusting.
Dude, I'm only at level 70 something.
The deaths.
Level
The
net?
deaths
74.
The deaths are gonna be disgusting, guys.
Oh.
I'm 72, man.
Oh my god, he took more than half my health. Ow.
You have become more
That hurt.
Level up.
Man, we should be leveling up quicker. I don't know. Because we're so under leveled.
So, like I said the other day, I went to McDonald's and it was disgusting. So, my recent habit has been just going to Subway in the morning, and I get like a foot long, and I eat it. I eat half for breakfast and half for lunch, and that way I just avoid eating nasty fast food. And they had just opened a new Subway by my job, so that was like super convenient. The other day I was in Subway, and there's like an older Swedish woman that works in the Subway. I don't know how she found herself in Fort Lauderdale, but she's making my food and stuff, and I'm paying, and she's like asking me about my car, and she's like, "What year is that Mustang?" Because my father has a Mustang too in the same body, and I have to send him parts in Sweden all the time. He fucking loves that car, blah blah blah. And we start having like conversation about car culture, because I don't know if you guys know, car culture is very huge in Sweden. And she's telling me about how she used to race cars when she lived in Sweden, and her family all race cars and stuff. They love American cars, and I was so surprised. I mean, I wasn't surprised because of the fact that she was into cars. I was just, or that people in Sweden like cars, because I already knew that. Anybody that watches Top Gear should know that, or watched Top Gear should know that, because they go to Sweden a few times. But it's just nice to get reminded, and it reminded me of something. It's so funny how people in other countries love things that people in your country take for granted. Like over here, you know, if you drive an old V8 car, people might actually frown on you. Like, there are those stuck-up people that, no offense, Dylan, that drive Priuses, and you know, when they see you in your old classic muscle car, they're like, look at this asshole polluting the environment and stuff, you know. And it's not like that in other countries. In Sweden, for example, you know, the muscle cars are celebrated. They're something that are highly respected. And I remember when I was watching Top Gear, one of the last seasons. I don't think it was the last one. It was maybe the second to last one. And Jeremy Clarkson was testing the 2014 GT500, and it's funny how people in America, they're like, oh, whatever, it's just a Mustang. But when Clarkson was driving it across Europe, everywhere he went, everybody loved the car. Everybody was taking pictures of the car and asking him about the car, and it was like seeing a fucking celebrity. You know, they were more interested in the car than the fact that Jeremy Clarkson was there, and he is like a huge celebrity. I just thought it was nice to see, to be reminded of that. Oh, there's a dungeon over here, guys.
Hey, I
just got to
Yeah.
The pirate dungeon.
You have received a quest.
It upsets me almost, like those classic American cars are part of American culture, and nobody cares about it. It's all about buying Japanese cars in America. I mean,
Most
like,
people just don't care. They just want to buy a car.
like
that they
even
think
your
is-
family, Alex, like all of them are all switching to Korean cars.
It's not because they want to switch to a Korean car. They just feel it's more economical, I guess.
Oh man. Oh man.
Well, that's what makes you are hardcore car enthusiasts and normal people.
It's
You're not normal, Jermaine.
You go into this one, the
I went into the
Nether
pirate
realm?
one. Oh no, this is the bone. This is the bone one. Let me come back out so you guys can see where I'm at.
the Bone Gallery.
Yeah, did you go in?
I'm going in now.
Oh man, the load screens. The load screens are real.
5 minute load screen.
You guys are in there? Oh yeah, you are. Let me go back in. Like, here's the thing. I'm not even from this country, and I appreciate its culture.
Mm.
It's questionable. I mean, it's like it's the difference between a soccer fan and a football fan. Not everybody's into it. I'm not a car guy, but I appreciate the art.
God damn it, that shit wrecked me.
Like, I'm not gonna buy a classic muscle car.
Oh, I wouldn't even tell you to do that, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that's a not good idea unless you're an actual car person.
Yeah.
You're willing to fix that shit when it breaks down. But what gets me is not own it, and people not wanting to own it. It's just people looking down on it, like there's something wrong with it.
well, those are stupid people. You should not be talking to. So I appreciate the car history, and like most cars are fucking cool looking.
Yeah.
And classic. There's that classic vibe, but also I grew up watching all that stuff on movies and stuff when I was a kid. So maybe it's because I'm old. We appreciate older cars.
I guess. I like cars that are way before my
I
time.
can't carry anymore.
You know, it's not because I grew up with it or anything. It's just, or that car in particular. You see, I also appreciate it because of the technology behind it, and something that these stuck-up people don't realize is that the technology in their car came from it. It exists because it was developed in another car for motorsports or something. I mean, like, I've talked about this before, how the majority of technology in cars is because of motorsports and those old classic race cars and stuff. So that's why I respect them so much, is because it came from sports and it's translated into everybody's life.
Your pet has departed.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference. Like, most normal people don't know car history like that. Are you a car guy, Alex?
Not really.
He likes cars. He's not.
Yeah, I can't fix cars. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
really know that much enough about cars to fix it. And I don't. I like taking things apart. I really do, but usually I can't put them back, which is a bad thing.
Well, that's how you gotta start. I remember when I was a kid and I started taking apart computers. I couldn't put those shits back together, but eventually I learned what everything did and the importance of reconnecting things, learning how to reconnect things. I mean, you can assemble a computer now, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I was the same way in the back then. It's like, oh, let me see how this, like, what's in it. I wanted to take apart my mom's PC, and I'm like, maybe I should write everything down to see where everything goes first. Because if I can't figure out how to put it back together, I'm gonna be screwed.
Your ass gonna catch a beat. I mean, I took apart so many things, dude. I took apart RC cars, I took apart radios, anything electronic that used batteries. And I remember with my RC cars, I tried to like take the motor out of one of them and put it in the other one, and I tried to make that shit go faster and all kinds of shit, man. So much shit that I did. I was watching an old interview with Colbert and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, this interview is fucking old, like maybe 15 years old. You can tell in just like the aspect ratio of the video, of how the video was recorded. It's in the square aspect ratio, so you know that shit's old. And Neil Tyson was talking about how you should just let your kids take shit apart, even if they break it, because let's say they break an electrical appliance or something, you know, but they learn how to take it apart and stuff, and that's a relatively cheap lesson, you know. $10 to have a kid learn how to do something, that's cheap. You know, people pay hundreds of dollars in school to learn something. So just let them do it. Let them take it apart and learn. And oh well, if they break something that's $10, no big deal. Now, obviously, this doesn't translate well into the current day because, you know, one little device can cost like $1,000. You know, you don't want your kid taking apart your iPhone 8 when it comes out.
Like, but Dad, I need to be up with the times. I don't know how to take apart that new iPhone.
But I mean, I know I have relatives, like cousins, that when they were growing up, they took apart so many they took apart car stereos and shit and they got their ass whooped. You know, stuff that they had no business taking apart because they could not pay for it. But they ended up turning, you know, they turned out to be pretty intellectual kids. And I don't know if I would say it was worth it, but at least they got something from it. Oh man, you guys aggro the boss now.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, that hurt.
I'm coming.
Yeah, so much health.
Oh,
ow.
Man, he fucking one-shotted me. I just got fucking...
Oh, the stomp.
I got fucking stepped on.
Guys, I'm here. It's gonna be okay.
Oh man, I got fucking stepped on.
Is my pet not back yet? What the fuck?
Your pet's pack is full. Your
Money.
pet has
More
departed.
money.
That motherfucker stomped my ass.
Legendary pants. Well, let's see if these pants are any good.
Shoulders? No. Garbage. So Alex, now that we've talked about what makes a good anime and people's personal opinions, we should talk about this because we didn't have time last week. Because you brought up Gungrave and Dylan and I were going to tell you why we
I
didn't
just
like
got
it.
a new shipment.
Mm.
You remember this, Dylan?
Yeah. But I don't know. I thought it was okay.
I thought it was okay. I just have like some personal conflicting feelings about the anime. Just like the whole situation is just depressing. Just dude's girlfriend gets stolen. Best friend betrays him. Are we going in here,
What's up to you?
Dylan?
Let's do it. I gotta get to you guys though.
Like he,
Technically, it's not his girlfriend, though.
the girl?
No. Who's? But he loved her.
Yeah.
He liked her, but it was not his girlfriend. Like, the opportunity was there, but he declined her.
Because he was sort of forced to. I mean, he was not really in a position to have a relationship.
I guess, but I don't know.
It's just
He did like her, but I just...
it's just fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
And then he gets brought back basically from death to what, bodyguard the spawn of the girl that he loved and another guy. That's fucked up.
Boss.
The boss. That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
Spoilers, people. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, if that was me, I'd be like, no, I'm sorry. Do you share any of these feelings, Dylan?
Yeah. Yeah, every bit of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was basically a tragic hero,
yeah,
and
I'm not with that shit.
Become more
yeah, those are just depressing.
I'm not with that shit.
Like all he needs is how to be a killer, basically.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm all for those tragic heroes here and there, just to give life some flavor, but they're not the greatest stories.
Yeah, and that shit hurt me, man. It was painful for me to watch.
Yeah, no, it was super depressing. Well, and I think that's what they were going for. So
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations, director.
I'm not saying that it's a bad anime. I'm just saying it was just not for me. It was just a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, it's definitely up there as one of the most tragic shits I've ever seen.
Yeah, agreed.
The other
That's
one
why I
was.
like it now.
Man, you just like the fucking violence.
That's true, too. I can't deny that. I like the violence.
Like,
There needs to be someone dying.
Oh, people died,
I know. And they come back.
and they come back,
And they die
and they
again.
die again. Spoiler alert.
That's even better when they get to die twice.
Not many people get that opportunity. I'm not sure many people would want that opportunity.
Too many people get that opportunity in Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
It's okay if I die. I'll come back. Somebody revive me with the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't good quality for Dragon Ball. Like, I feel like at a certain point after the Cell Saga, I think the director wanted to just focus on Gohan from there on, but he kind of had to go back.
Are we done in here?
Yeah.
I didn't like Gohan as a main protagonist to begin with. He was just not. He was not man enough, for lack of a better term. Like, you know, Goku was very self-motivated. Goku didn't need any inspiration to go and fight evil. You know, he did it because it was the right thing to do. But Gohan was like kind of wishy-washy. Something bad had to happen before anything good could come out of Gohan, and I didn't like that quality about him.
Yeah, but he was growing. He was just a kid.
Yeah, but even as an adult, he still wasn't. I don't know if it's because he's like a second generation Saiyan or something, but I just didn't feel like he didn't show the determination that Goku did, like in Dragon Ball. Like when he grows up in Dragon Ball and he comes back to fight the world martial arts tournament. I just didn't get that vibe from what the fuck. I just didn't get that vibe from Gohan. Like he definitely didn't have the qualities of Goku, and he didn't have the qualities of Vegeta either. Like both of them are they're self-motivated. They don't need any reason to fight or try to save the world or anything. They just do it because they feel like they're obligated to do it, and that obligation it's like so strong in them that I don't know. I just didn't see that quality in Gohan.
Well, I don't think they had an obligation. I think they just wanted to get stronger.
Well, that's what Vegeta wanted.
Vegeta
Yeah.
wanted that, but Goku.
And Goku.
No, I don't think Goku.
Well, he's always training all the time.
Yeah.
I think he's training so that he can save the world because he knows nobody else can do it. I mean, let's be real. 90% of the work done in Dragon Ball was done by Goku. Like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for him, the world would just be fucked off. Like, there would be no world. Everybody would be up there with, you know,
Yeah.
what's his face?
Well, I think that's what kind of held Dragon Ball back, though. It's like it was too much Goku. Even though he was awesome.
He's the hero, man. He's the hero that everybody needs. There's supposed to be like another dungeon around here somewhere, the pirate one. I kind of want to do that one before. Yeah, here it is right here. My inventory is full. Is there more people over here? Let me.
I went in.
Even though Goku did a lot, I have to give it to Vegeta. You know, even though he just wasn't on the same level, he really did try. Even if, like, some people say that he, like, cheated in GT because Bulma helped him out with science, but, hey.
It kind of is cheating.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. and it's not like he did it just for himself. He wanted to help Goku and everybody else. He wanted to save everybody else. At that point in GT, Vegeta was kind of changed by then. Like he understood like family and stuff by then, and you know, he just was looking out for everybody.
Yeah, there was some progress.
Yeah.
But I think he's the one that changed the most throughout the series.
Oh yeah. Like Goku doesn't really change.
No.
Goku has been Goku since day one when he meets Bulma. And,
Where you guys at, man? I'm fighting an elite here. You guys running around like chickens.
I'm fighting stuff.
I'm long range. I don't need to really be around. Yeah, Goku's been the same since he discovered that there's more than one gender. You know, in episode 1. When he, I don't know if you guys remember. He's checking out Bulma while she's sleeping and shit. He's like, I actually have a GIF animation when he's like slapping her, because he's like, why don't you have anything right here? And he's slapping that shit. Oh man, Goku's great. Yeah, and the Gohan, I don't feel that his character developed that much yet. He becomes a little bit mature, but at the end of the day, I still see him as the little crybaby. Like, he's in the Krillin category. Like, he did have a moment where he was really awesome, but nothing ever really came of it.
Yeah, it kind of. That's what I'm saying. It's like it felt like he was about to get there, and then they kind of pulled back because they wanted to bring back Goku from dying the second time.
He dies too many times and comes back.
Your task is complete.
Wow, the second test had nothing.
Your pet has
I mean, Goku's deaths are part of his progression. I mean, some of his training. I mean, from the point of view of everybody else, it's kind of really dramatic how he just comes back and he's like even stronger than everybody else, and he's been dead this whole time. I mean, I know that for story's sake, it doesn't really make much sense, but
Oh my, what?
But I thought it was always kind of cool. How he's like the savior that comes back from the dead. Like in death, he's still helping everybody. He transcends life itself.